Hello everyone, welcome to our video. In this video we're going to show you how to install a aftermarket car stereo in a Jeep Wrangler, and it also supports Jeep's Gladiator. So if you have a Jeep Wrangler or a Gladiator from 2019 to 2023, this video is going to show you how to install a aftermarket car stereo. It's very easy. You don't need to be a professional to do this. You can just watch this video step by step and see how we do it and follow the steps, and you'll be good to go. In our stereos, we provide almost everything that you need for your installation, unless your car has some kind of modification. Then you might need to purchase something extra, but in our packaging, everything is inside. You don't need to purchase anything extra. You don't need to do any other research or anything like that. Our stereos, our packaging also has a customer service card which you can use to call us and send us an email if you have any kind of questions when you're installing. So without wasting any of your time, let us show you how we take apart the bezels and stuff and install the car stereo. Let's go. Okay, starting off in the box, we have this packaging. It's an installation kit. It contains this orange frame removal tool. This is what you're going to need to take off your bezels. We also would need one more thing, which is a Phillips screwdriver. So we're going to start off. We're going to use this, wedge it in here, in this part of the bezel, in this part of the dash, and afterwards we're going to take this part. This is not that difficult. You just put your fingers in there and then take it apart, but let's start with this part first. So you wedge this in here like this, and you'll hear a small sound like this, right? All right, once we're done here, you'll need to use a little bit of force here and then take this off. It will make the click sound once it's off. All right, so you just use a little bit of force and then gently and then take it off. Now what you need to do is take these plugs out, because these are like the AC controls and everything, so you don't want to be messing around with these and then break the cables. You just take this out, the whole thing is out. Now you can see that everything is clean. It's pretty simple. It's not difficult at all. Nobody needs to be super professional to do this, but yeah, as you can see. All right, now that we are done with the AC controls, we're taking them out. Now we need to remove this screw over here and this screw over here. As we mentioned, we would need this Phillips screwdriver. You just wedge it in there, and it's pretty simple and easy to remove. You don't want to lose these screws, so just make sure that after you take them out, you keep them somewhere safe and you don't lose them. All right, so now we take our frame removal kit again, frame removal tool. We just wedge it in there a little bit, and oh yeah, there it is, and it comes off. Once you do that, you just take it off. It's clearly off. So yeah, let's just keep it aside. Let's not lose it. Now we need to remove these screws over here holding the frame, these 4 screws. All right, now that we have removed all the screws that we needed to, let's take this screen, the whole frame out, and behind this we got all the cables that we need to take off. So you want to be careful with all these cables, and especially you want to be careful with the screen so you don't drop it or something and, you know, ruin it or something like that. All of these cables, they have like small clip here that you just press onto a little bit and then pull it out. It's pretty easy. It's fairly simple. You don't need to be scared or anything. Just press it in, take it out. And this one here, it has this is the power cord, which has this clip here that we take off like this. Once you do that, you just take it off. Same goes for all these cables. Just press a little bit and then take it off. This is the stock stereo out, all the cables here that we will be using now. So let's just get started with other cables. Okay, now let me explain these wires to you. This is a power cable. This is the power port or the power plug. This is for the radio. This and this one over here, these two are for the stock radio USB ports, these two. And this one is for the backup camera. So this one here is for the high configuration models in Jeep Wrangler and Jeep Gladiator. If your car model has this sort of port, you will be using a LVDS video adapter that we provide with our car stereos. So you will be needing to use this, but if it doesn't have that, we will be explaining it to you which one you need to use. Okay, so if your car model comes with this kind of port, you use the video adapter, right? The backup camera video adapter. But if it doesn't, then we recommend using this one here in our power cables. It has a label cam CVBS.
That's all.
Okay, so now we got the wiring here. Let's get started and let's start plugging in our wires. So this is the USB port cables. We use the stock radio port. You plug it in, now you're good to go. Then we got this radio cable, and this is our radio port. All right, for the power port, make sure that this clip over here is all the way back. Then plug in this one here, and then it'll just make this click sound. Now you're good. We got all the other wires here. They're already connected. You don't need to change anything else. Okay. If your stock stereo has this port for the backup camera, then you will be using this video box. And how do we install it? I'm going to show you. You just plug it in like this. It's done. And then, since our device is using an AHD signal, we will be using an AHD signal. It comes with two ports. One is the CVBS out and one is the AHD out. We will be using this one. And once you're done connecting this port over here, you'll use the power plug here. Connect it so it can have an adapter effect. And now you got the other end over here. Alright, so now that we are done with all these wirings, let's talk about other things that come with the stereo. So let's take this out, and it has a GPS antenna. You can either leave it under the dash or you could put it on top of the dash. But yeah, it comes with a GPS antenna. This is a backup camera cable, reversing control cable. This needs to be plugged in order for you to be able to use your backup camera. And also these two here are, one of them is for Bluetooth and one of them is for a Wi-Fi. So you must plug this whether you want to use the backup camera or not. And then we have USB cables over here. One of the USB cables is already plugged in. This one here, which is 4-pin, and then you can use another one for 6 pins to plug into your car stereo. So if you're using a stock USB cable, which is 4-pin, you won't be needing another one of these, but you will be able to use this 6-pin one at the back of the car stereo. Okay, so this is a RCA cable that plugs at the back of the car stereo, which is used for, you can see it has a power cable for the fan. It also has other RCA cables that you can use for the aftermarket amplifier, subwoofers, stuff like that. It also has, not all the models come with this kind of SIM card port, but this one that we're installing right now has this. Now we have a 4G antenna that we plug at the back of the car stereo. We also have another 4G antenna. Why do we have two? Is one of them is for sending out the signal and one of them is for receiving the signal. And lastly, we got this USB microphone. This USB microphone is a noise cancelling USB microphone, which is very high quality. It needs to be connected to the USB port. As we mentioned, the 6-pin and the 4-pin, you can connect it to the 6-pin one. Okay, now once you have connected all these, you can put the USB microphone on top of here, either here or maybe here, somewhere wherever you feel comfortable. All right, so now that I've explained all the wiring and the accessories that come with the stereo, here's one more fact. Not all the stereos will have all these cables, and not all the products will have all these cables. So if you're receiving a product which has not all of these wirings and accessories, but it has less and fewer, that does not mean that your installation will be affected. It just means that the product does not come with all these features, or it does not have all these necessities. So you just go with the product that you receive and install as it should be. But this whole scenario, this whole installation video will help you install almost every stereo that you purchase from us. All right, now we have an installation bracket. This comes in our packaging. So we will take two of the screws that we took out from here before. We put it like this and we screw it in. So we would need our screwdriver. Let's show you how we do this. All right, now that we have our product here, this is what we're going to install today, and let me show you how to do the wiring for this one as well. So we look at the back, we start, and you don't have to follow any steps. Just start installing everything that you see and you see fit. We got the 4G. All right, we got the GPS antenna. Let's move this a little bit. We got the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. All right, so now that we got the reverse control cable, which is a 10-pin port, it goes all the way here. Okay. We got the RCA. Goes all the way here. Okay. One of the 6-pin USB ports goes all the way here on a 6-pin. You just plug it in and then okay. This is a stock ready 4-pin USB port which goes here. We will be doing that at the end. So as we mentioned, the backup camera, we will be using an AHD cable to plug in. We got the AHD and CVBS out, so we use AHD and plug it into the reversing control cable. Alright, so this is a CAN bus which comes preset, like which we already plug in. It also has this protocol wire which goes over here. It's a 4-pin port. This one needs to go here. If you do not plug this in, your steering wheel controls will not be working, and a lot of other stock radio information will not be displayed. Now lastly, we plug in the 4-pin stock radio USB port cable. There you go. Done. Alright, so now let's connect the power cable for the fan. So in our RCA, we have the fan power which connects here. Okay, and before we plug in our power cable, we need to connect our microphone, which connects to this USB port, the 6-pin one. Let's open it up so we can have a longer wire so we can wire it up and set it up somewhere that we want to. Goes all the way out. Then we got our microphone. The microphone goes into this cable here. Alright, now we have a microphone. We recommend putting it up here or here, as we mentioned before. Alright, and now let's plug in our power port. Alright, all the wiring is complete. Let's pack it up and power up this bad boy. Radio cable goes here. Alright, before we put the frame into the bezel, we need to make sure that these AC vents are straightened out here, both of them. So just make sure that these are straightened before we put the stereo in. Since we put this in, if you feel like that it's not pushed in or not fully installed, just make sure that you also push some gentle force from the middle as well so it can go all the way in the frame. Alright, so now we need to put in these 2 screws here. Let's get this started. Now we have our AC controls. Alright, let's put our AC controls, the AC module back in. Let's plug in this cable and then our cable over here. Push these wires back in, these wires over here back in, so it can be a little easier to plug it in. And now once we are done here, let's be careful with these aligning the locks like this so that can be plugged in. And now put this back in. There you go, all set. All right, now that we are done with all the installation and bezels and everything, let me show you some of the original car functions, such as the AC controls. volume gain. It also supports the steering wheel controls. Okay, so now let me show you how to connect Android Auto on this device. So to do that, we need to go to Bluetooth, turn on the Bluetooth on our phone as well. Once you do that, it will search for your phone. You can see here, tap and connect. Once you do that, look out for the prompts on your phone and the device itself. Allow. Make sure you allow all the prompts that it gives you so that it can have full access for the Android Auto. Alright, you can see all the settings and everything. It can be used for navigation or playing music. You can access all of your apps in Android Auto itself. So the very first time when you connect Android Auto, you'll have to open the Android Auto after connecting the Bluetooth. But afterwards, it should be connecting automatically whenever you get in your car. To get out of Android Auto, you need to go to Apps and tap Exit. Okay, now let me show you how to connect Apple CarPlay. To do that, we need to go to Bluetooth and also open Bluetooth on our phone. Once you do that, tap search. It'll search for your phone. Tap your phone's connection and tap connect. Once it does that, wait for it to give you prompts on your phone. Like here, pair, allow. And you can see it's automatically connecting Apple CarPlay. Connect. Now you have Apple CarPlay on your device. You can, in settings, change the settings to your preferences and also use it for navigation and play music. So yeah, that's it. Alright, now let me show you the backup camera feature. Okay, now let me show you some radio functions. You go to the radio app, it supports FM and AM. It also has DSP options, which you can access the DSP app by going to the main menu. You can use all your standard presets or you set it according to whatever you want. It can support HD movies, which you can put them in your USB flash drive and plug them in and then play your movies. You can also put music in your USB flash drive and play it through this music app in the stereo itself. You can also download your favorite apps by going to the Google Play Store. And if you want to contact us, you just need to reach out to us. You can also use this technical support app to get our information like this. Okay, so when you receive our product, it'll come with a contact us card, which you can use to contact us through email and our phone number, our hotline number. It'll also come with installation guide, which shows you how to wire, all the wiring functions, on what you need to choose and how to install the stereo step by step. And it'll also come with a FAQ, and it'll also come with a user manual.